welcome back to another vlog. My name is Nicole. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're back, welcome back. We're just gonna get right into it. As you guys know or may not know, I am pregnant, you guys. I am so pregnant. Let me see if I can turn off this face auto detect so I can show you guys my belly. Okay, so let's bring the camera down a little bit. We're 20 weeks pregnant and baby girl she has made her debut. She's really out there right now. So yeah, we are 20 weeks officially. I actually turned 20 weeks today according to my app, but I also went and got an ultrasound yesterday and I was averaging about 20 weeks in 2 days. So we'll see exactly how far I am once I have my anatomy scan in about a week and a half. So I'm excited about that. But I just wanted to start a cute little vlog for you guys just to go over just some pregnancy stuff that I've been experiencing. I don't know if you guys know, but I got married in February. Obviously you guys know that. And then we just had our wedding literally last weekend. It's Wednesday and our wedding was Saturday. So I'm still coming off of the wedding bliss high and stuff like that. And me and my husband are just so amazed with the turnout. So yeah, good morning everyone. It is currently the morning. I have ate some breakfast and now I'm kind of just getting ready for the day. It is almost 10 a.m. It's about 9:47. I woke up about probably an hour ago. I average wake up about 8:30, 9 o'clock every morning. So hopefully baby girl is just like that. And we're having a girl, if you guys didn't know. So yes, so I'm currently taking my prenatals. If you guys are wondering what prenatals I take, I'm just gonna get everything out of the way as I go throughout the day, because I know that something might be new to me, but it might not be new to y'all. And so we're just gonna go through it. So the prenatals I'm taking are Garden of Life Organics Prenatal Vitamin. I got these off of Amazon. I actually started taking these, when I was knowing that I was trying to get pregnant or wanting to be pregnant. And I read something that said it's good to start taking prenatals 6 months before you actually start trying to get pregnant, just to get your body regulated with all of the vitamins and everything. So yeah, I also made a green smoothie. It has kale, strawberries, and mango with orange juice. And I noticed if I take my vitamins with this, it makes it a lot easier for my body to digest, and also I don't get as nauseous. I've taken 3 of these, by the way. Some people say they look like horse pills, but I personally have never been the type to have a problem with swallowing pills. I do think they have a gummy form, and if you ladies want to take that vitamin, but aren't good with swallowing pills. I started taking them because they're natural, they're organic, and they were gluten-free. If you guys are not new, if you guys are old to the channel, I was diagnosed with lupus in February, and I have been not struggling or dealing with anything the Lord. I'm believing that the Lord has completely healed my body, and that just through diet, exercise, low stress, watching the certain things that I eat, that my body is healed. In Jesus' name, amen. But I got them because they're gluten-free, and I was originally gluten-free. I'm not currently gluten-free as a pregnant lady though, is what I will say. So the next thing that I'm taking for my medicine is this Mega Food Iron Blood Builder. I am naturally anemic. Like when I'm not pregnant, I'm not technically anemic, but my iron levels are like, they'll be low. But the doctors will say, "Oh, you're not anemic, like, but you can take iron if you want to." But pregnant, my iron is low. And then even when we got her blood work done, because my iron was low, her iron was low. So I started taking these Mega Food Iron Blood Builders. I personally take 2 of them. The suggested use is 1 tablet, but I take 2 because naturally I'm already low. I'm pregnant. So I take 2 just for extra dose. And I feel like I notice my energy is completely different, completely changed when I actively take them. I say actively take them because if you've been pregnant before, you've had to take medication. Sometimes you forget. And one thing that I've been being really adamant with myself on is not forgetting to take my prenatals, because you notice it. And if you go days without doing it, you really notice it. So the next one is the last one. I'm not over here just popping pills, y'all. This is the last one. So this is Mega Food DHA and choline baby and me. Okay, so this is good for her brain health. I believe it's good for like the development of her nervous system, and this pretty much just helps make her really intelligent, really smart, and make sure that all those nerve endings are connecting properly as they should. And then this is what the capsules look like. I didn't show you guys the iron capsules, but I have to take 2 of them. Yummy. Well, not yummy, but you can't really taste it. But those ones are lemon coated. But again, like I said, if you drink the green juice, can't even taste it. Like it's not even, it doesn't even taste bad. So today is Wednesday. I have some work that I have to do, so I'm actually getting ready to go transfer into my office to get some work done. I need to blow my nose. 1 second. I feel like there's so many things that I want to talk to you guys about as far as like my pregnancy experience. And that's why I'm doing this little mini vlog. Don't mind my room, you guys. It's a mess right now. But we'll talk about that as well as we go into discussion. So I am currently 20 weeks pregnant, which means that I am in my 2nd trimester. And it also means that, you know, I've been going through the process of pregnancy for a minute now. And yeah, I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to like give you guys like the tea, the information, and go from there. So as you guys know, I am 20 weeks pregnant. And yeah, well, let's just start from the beginning, because I realized like I haven't really like publicly talked about my experience of even finding out that I was pregnant. So what I think happened is I was tracking my period. I track my period faithfully. Listen. Especially when, you know, you're not trying to get pregnant, tracking your period is so important. So I was tracking my period with the Flow app, and what I noticed is that the Flow app be lying. Usually the Flow app, it's good to like know a gist, but sometimes you ovulate like a week later than what it actually says, and that's what happened with me. So we went to a wedding. I did not think that I was ovulating, and yeah, I was ovulating, and Flo told me I was not, and I was, and I got pregnant. And yeah, we were so grateful. We're so excited about it. And I got pregnant in May, and I found out that I was pregnant on June 9th. Okay, it's literally October 1st now. So it's been a couple months, which is crazy because I feel like it's been going so fast. But I got pregnant in May, found out I was pregnant June 9th. I was chilling in my kitchen and I was working, and I was like, my period has not come. My period was 2 days late. And I wasn't really like tripping on it because there's been other cycles where like I've been like 3 days late. I don't think I've ever gone up to 4, but like I've been up to like 3 days late before. So it wasn't like that like alarming. Like I didn't think that I was pregnant. And so I went into the bathroom and I had these pregnate strips. And I had been testing for pregnancy since we had got married just to make sure, you know, like, because, you know, when you're a newlywed, like, y'all really, well, we got to it, okay? So, like, even though I wasn't trying to get pregnant in the beginning, we stopped using protection. So I wasn't, like, shocked, but I didn't think I was going to get pregnant at the time that I did. So I go into the bathroom, I get the pregnant strip. I'm out of pregnancy tests. And so I'm like, okay, let me just take one of these ovulation tests just to do a science study. I don't know, like a science experiment. Like, I was like, whatever, let's just do it. So I pee on the ovulation test. The ovulation test comes out positive. The ovulation test says, this is a great time for you to start trying because you're ovulating. And on Pregnant, they have an app where you can scan the test strip and it'll like pretty much, I scan the strip and tell you, like read it for you so that there's no confusion. And it was like, yeah, this is the perfect time. So my Pregnant adjusts to saying that I'm ovulating. And I'm like, I am not ovulating. Homegirl's supposed to be here. Like, what does that mean? So I go to TikTok University. And of course, you have all of these women doctors that are saying, if you get a positive ovulation test and your period's due, you're probably pregnant. And so they were right. They were absolutely right. I was pregnant. And I went to the Dollar Tree to get some real pregnancy tests. Anybody knows the real. Go to Dollar Tree and get those little $1, packs of pregnancy tests. Don't go spend all that money on the Clear Blue and stuff like that because it's just not, there's really no point because they all say the same. They all read the same. You're pregnant or you're not, okay? Of course, you want the cutesy, like, it says I'm pregnant thing so that you're not confused, but it's really not that hard to see if it's positive or not on a pee stick, okay? So that's what I did. And after I saw the positive test on the pee stick, then that's when I was like, okay, we're actually pregnant. So I got some footage of that. I'll play it for you guys and then we'll talk about it after that. Hi guys. I just took some tests. Today is Monday, June 9th. And I am 2 days late to my period, and I was like just expecting my cycle to come because like it's been coming and I just expected it to. And I'm 2 days late and I have these ovulation strips, and so I took one and it came out like super dark, super positive, and I'm 2 days late for my period. So an ovulation test coming out positive is like not normal. And so I went to Dollar Tree. I was about to spend a whole bunch of money until I got a confirmation. So I went to Dollar Tree and I got some pregnancy tests, and both of them came out positive. Like, there's 2 lines, and like the control line is faint and the positive line, like the test line, is dark. Like it's dark, you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's dark, which means like I'm pregnant. And obviously it hasn't hit me yet. I have not decided what I'm going to tell my husband. I kind of just want it to just be me and God that knows right now, but I kind of like don't want to keep this from him either because I'm sweating. I like don't want to keep this from him either because obviously, like, I'm gonna have to go to the doctor, I'm gonna have to go get tested, I'm gonna have to like go get all of that stuff done. And yeah, I prayed, I cried, I thanked God, and now I'm just, I'm like in shock right now. I don't really know how other to say it. My sister just texted me. I want to tell her. She just asked me to come to her classroom with her to decorate. So I don't know if I'll tell her then. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to tell my husband. But I'm just going to sit on it for a second. I'm going to just like continue to pray and trust. But we've been praying, we've been trusting, and we've been just, you know, yeah. So I am so excited. I am so happy. If you're watching this video, and yeah, God is faithful. And this child is the Lord's. It's the Lord's. That's just what it is. So, amen. Amen. Oh, how am I going to tell my husband? I don't know. I didn't wear my rings today. I went to Dollar Tree with no rings on. The girl's probably looking at me like, this heathen. She's a wife. She's a wife. She's a wife. And she's pregnant. And she's pregnant. But yeah, so I don't know who I'm going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him today. I might though. I can't keep a secret. We'll see. We'll see. So I found out I was pregnant, and I'm like, how am I going to tell my husband? But I knew like I wasn't going to keep it from him. Like I wanted to tell him that day. And I was like, we need to go to the Dollar Tree. Because I wanted to surprise him, but I was like, I don't know a way to surprise him without like just telling him straight up. So I was like, let's go to the Dollar Tree and let's pee on, like, let's go get a pregnancy test because I haven't got my period. And he was like, okay, we'll go to the Dollar Tree. We'll go get a pregnancy test. We go to a Dollar Tree. It's not the same one that I went to. We get there, there's no test. The tests are out of stock, you guys. I'm like, oh my gosh, is everyone pregnant right now? Because where are the pregnancy tests? So we go to another store, Family Dollar, I believe, and we're looking for them, and we can't find them. I'm going to find out they had them behind the counter. And so we got a whole bunch of pregnancy tests behind the counter. And I tested, and he was sitting right there, and I showed him. I said, oh my gosh, it says it's positive. And he looks at it. I said, that means I'm pregnant. He goes, yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm pregnant? Really? And I'm like looking at him like, what? Because my husband, like, he celebrates everyone, everything. And it like caught me off guard because he was like, yeah, maybe. And so I'm looking at him and he walks out the bathroom. There was no expression of excitement. There was no expression of like emotion. And I'm going to record something for him to give, to like allow him to give his 2 cents. Because, you know, from a man's perspective, he says, you know, like he was like processing and whatever. Yeah, that's going to be his story to tell. But he was not like super like, oh my gosh, baby, I'm so excited. Like that's not the response I got from my husband. It was more like maybe. So he walks out of the bathroom and he goes to the room. And then I was like, but baby, like it's like I haven't had a positive pregnancy test like since we've been married. Like it says I'm pregnant. And he goes, yeah, I know what it says, but I'm gonna have you tested again in a week to see. Now, mind you, I had a miscarriage in 2021, not with him. It was in a different relationship. We thank God for it because it was a blessing. The Lord was protecting me for sure. But he knew of that experience and how scary it was. But I also had to understand like he wasn't physically there to experience like how scary that was for me. So to expect him to completely like emotionally like bond with me in that moment or whatever the case, like I don't know. He just couldn't do it. And it frustrated me. So it was like really hard for me to like even talk about the baby with him because it was like, he's not excited. I'm not scared because I trust that the Lord, you know, has blessed us with this baby. Like even after I found out I was pregnant prior to telling him, I went immediately and prayed. I immediately got in communication with the Lord. Like it wasn't even hesitation. It was like, Lord, thank you. Protect, keep. make sure my body is good. Like, this is your baby, this is your pregnancy. I'm just the vessel that you're using, you know, and this will be a part of my testimony. But my husband was not like super excited at first. He wasn't. He was more so like internalizing it himself and thinking about like, okay, like as the man of the house, as the provider of the family, like this is a new responsibility, and he had to really like cope with that himself. So fast forward, and I go and see the baby. I try to go to an ultrasound place because the doctor's office is like, look, we can't see you until you're 8 weeks. And I'm like, all right, well, that doesn't mean I'm not going to go get an ultrasound. It just means I'm going to see y'all for 8 weeks. Okay, that's all that means to me. So I get up and I call this ultrasound place near my home, and they're able to get me in, and I am expecting myself to be about like almost 6 weeks pregnant, like 5 weeks, 6 days. I get there and I'm like probably like 4 weeks and some odd days. Like we get there, we see the gestational sac, which is like the little like black bowl that's in there that the baby's in, but we don't see like a yolk sac of baby. We don't see any of that. So like if I was nerve-wracked before, it just made me even more nerve-wracked. So there's that. So I go, I'm like, okay, well, thank God, you know, baby's in my uterus at least. Like that's what that confirmed, was that it was not an ectopic pregnancy. Baby was in my uterus. Beautiful, great, praise God. So I wait another 2 weeks. I go and I'm like, hey, I'm going to spend extra money to get a transvaginal ultrasound, because the first one was abdominal. You can't see as much abdominal when the baby is so tiny, teeny tiny, the size of a sesame seed. So I'm going to get a transvaginal just so I can see, you know, what all is in there and the best that we can out of, you know, what is offered for me to see the baby. So I go and I get a transvaginal, and we see a yolk sac, the gestational sac, and we see a little baby blob in there. So we're not exactly able to hear the heartbeat, but they were able to show me that the baby's heart was beating. And I was just praising God, hallelujah, so happy, so grateful. I never cried, but I was happy. And so I sent it to my husband. My husband was actually out of town at that time for work. And so I sent him a video, and I noticed that like after he was able to like see like baby's in there, baby is growing, baby's heart is beating, then that's when he immediately like started realizing like, okay, this is happening. Like I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to be a father. Like, yeah. So that was good for me. It was a good moment for me because I was struggling, you guys. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was struggling with like, oh my gosh, like, is my husband not happy that I'm pregnant? Like, is there something wrong? Like, what did I do wrong? Well, I know I didn't do anything wrong, but like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be in this by myself type thing? And yeah, so I had to pray about that, and the Lord healed us from that. And I was able to forgive him for his response. But I also had to put myself in his shoes and understand, like, okay, he had experiences in his previous relationship, you know, with, you know, thinking that his ex-fiance was pregnant and then she not being pregnant. And then, you know, with my experience. So we both just had, like, traumatic, you know, losing babies experiences. So had to give him a little bit of credit, a little bit of grace, and just, you know, keep it at that and just be happy that we were pregnant, and not to allow the enemy to create strife and, you know, dissension. So that's how I found out I was pregnant. And yeah, we just continued to watch baby grow. We went and got my, you know, my blood work done. Finally went to my appointment. Everything was good. Baby was growing. And then I get an ultrasound about once every month. And so sometimes I will go to the ultrasound place that I went to and like get ultrasounds just to see her and just to really just get to sit there and look at her and watch her move around. And it was so cool because this week I went to go see her, and she was yawning and drinking the amniotic fluid, and it was just like so crazy to see like her doing different things than what I've seen her do before. So let's get into first trimester. Oof. First trimester. Never do I want to experience her again. Like, I know that if I decide to have another baby, that the Lord blesses us with another baby, I'm going to have to go through it. But now that everyone knows that I'm having a girl, I can be honest and straight up and say, like, I don't know if it's from girl pregnancies that I'm experiencing this, or that I experienced what I experienced. But man, that mess is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. And when I say it's not for the weak, like, I don't know how women go to work in their first trimester. I don't know how they are active and still moving. Like, when I say I was no good for anything, I mean that. Like, I was no good for anything. So yeah, let's just leave that there. Laundry wasn't being done. I'm still catching up on laundry, still catching up on just like things around the house need to be done. Thank God for my husband. Thank God for that man. Because he was the one grocery shopping, he was the one cooking, he was the one cleaning, he was the one holding down the fort while I was just a living incubator. So I came to learn that your placenta is not active in the first trimester as much. So you are literally like, everything you have in your body is going to the baby. So if you're low in something, which I already be low in iron, then you're going to be lower. And so I was tired, sleeping all day long, could barely move, sick. I didn't want to get out the bed, couldn't get out the bed. We were traveling for different events. It was summertime. I could not get out the room, could not get out the house. Food was just hard to eat. Smell, scents. My husband did not smell good to me. Like, I had to, in the politest way possible, tell him he didn't smell good, which there's no way to politely tell somebody that they stink. Like, baby, if you're watching this, I am so sorry. Like, I don't want to apologize, because at the same time, like, it's not something that I can control, but like, I'm sorry that like that's just something you had to go through, even though it was a genuine like feeling that I had, which was he smelled to me. And it was just the hormones. It went away. He doesn't stink to me anymore. I love that man. He doesn't stink to me anymore. He's back to smelling sweet and yummy and delicious. Like, I like him. But yeah, first trimester, I did not want to, I barely wanted to sleep next to him. Like, it was bad. So, hormones they change, like, really, they change, and you don't really know what to expect until you're in it. And then it's like, oh, okay, this is a symptom. In the beginning, you have super dry mouth up the yin yang. It doesn't matter how much chapstick you use, how much water you drink. If anything, it feels like the more you drink water, the more drier your mouth gets, which is crazy, but it's just what it is. Titties sore. Yeah. What else? Spitting a lot. Spitting up mucus a lot. Your body is just regulating, and your body's trying to adjust the hormones of the baby. And yeah, it's a lot of changes that happen in first trimester. And I was just slumped on the couch. It was like, wake up, eat breakfast. If I woke up too late in the morning and I didn't like eat a snack in the middle of the night, I would wake up and throw up because I had an empty stomach. Now that I think about it, it was so awful. Now that I'm going back, because I'm talking about it and thinking about how I would wake up and be literally like gagging, yelping for my life, trying to cook breakfast. Like, I would have to drink a protein drink before even eating, because if I didn't drink the protein drink or have some cereal or a cracker or saltine crackers, I had saltine crackers and beside the bed. And all day, every day, all night. If I could not go to bed without saltine crackers, because I knew I had to eat at least like 3 of them in the middle of the night in order to not throw up a couple hours later in the morning. If I skipped my saltine crackers, it was game over. Game over. You're going to throw up in the morning. You're going to wake up nauseous and sick. And then I realized it's probably better to take your prenatals at night so that in the morning when you wake up and you eat your breakfast, you're not adding more nausea experiences into your body, which is food and then just anything you put in your body in the first trimester, it's going to potentially cause nausea. So, pro tip, take your prenatals at night in your first trimester, especially. Um, yeah, second trimester, we love her. We love to be here. Energy didn't come back immediately. I thought it was like we were in the first trimester and we were immediately just gonna get like, we were just gonna be running around, jumping around, doing everything. Some days would be great and I would be good to go. Other days I'm like, I still feel like I'm in the first trimester. I actually feel a little worse and I'm ready to throw up and I'm just tired and I can't move. And that's just what it was. And once I got over that, then everything became better. So now we're here. We're 20 weeks and we are feeling amazing. We are feeling great. We're up and we're ready and we're active and we're doing the thing. We're doing all the things that are expected of us. I can't say it's like back to like normal life because there's no such thing as going back to normal life. Like I still have to take it slow. I can't just go, but I am like excited about just being pregnant right now. And I know they say that that will change in your third trimester because your body's ready to expel the child out of your body. But right now, currently, I am in the excited part of pregnancy where you're feeling good, you just feel good about yourself and your baby is growing and you have a bump. So you don't just look fat, you actually look pregnant and you feel good. So we're grateful for that. Other than that, that's really all I can think of right now. I'm gonna get to work, but this vlog is not done. I'm just gonna pause for right now. And then as things come back to my brain and as things, come up, then we will continue this vlog and just welcome everyone to my pregnancy experience and my pregnancy vlog. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I'm trying to prepare my half-baked photo shoot and I just don't know how people do this because I think I put too much flour on the thing. Is it gonna detect my face? There it goes. So I have flour on my belly and I did it with my hands, but I think I put too much flour on the baking sheet. So I'm about to figure out what I gotta do. What I gotta do to make it work. So I'm gonna take a bowl and like this measuring cup and just like scoop some of the flour out and then redistribute it. I just put entirely too much, honestly. And so when I go to write it, it's like so hard to do it. But yeah, I was like, I feel good today. Why not just do my half-baked photo shoot? And my husband just got home, so he's gonna be able to help me with it. So I'm like, why not? Let's just do it. So I'm trying to get the pan to have just like obviously like flour, all over the middle of it so that I can write the words. But the words are so hard to write. Like the flour kind of gets everywhere and then, yeah, so let's try it again. That is a lot easier than what it was. Yeah, so I used too much flour. Too much as in all of this flour in this bowl. So I'm going to use my handy dandy husband to help me with this once he's done doing whatever he's doing. And then we'll come back. I have flour all over my hands. I don't want to get it all over my camera. Okay, so I'm gonna like set stuff up and I'm gonna have him take pictures of me and then take pictures with him. But this is gonna be so freaking cute. I can't believe we're already halfway there. Like, that's crazy. I dreamt about this moment. I remember when I first got pregnant, and it was like that sound like, how long is this going to take? And I'm not gonna say it hasn't been a long time, but I feel like because I've been busy, it's allowed time to go by a lot faster than I thought it would. Baby, do you feel like I've been pregnant for a long time?
Not really.
Huh?
Not really.
How long does it feel like I've been pregnant for?
A couple months.
Like 2 months, 3 months?
Maybe like 3.5, 4.
3 months. So he says, feels like I've been pregnant for 3.5, 4 months, which I could agree. Like, yeah, it's giving that. Got my ultrasound that I just got. And what I'm gonna do is set it out. I feel like I need to fix some of these letters a little bit. Let me move the camera down. I feel like I need to fix the A a little bit, just because
Out the kitchen.
it's just giving like,
Out the kitchen.
can't really see it. Okay, and then the K.
Out the kitchen. That's why I don't want you in the kitchen if you pee.
Well, why'd you kick him?
I didn't want to kick him.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, half baked. That's what it says. And I'm just gonna like fix some of these letters really quick with, move the flower out the way. So cutie. Okay, so now I'm going to take her ultrasound that we just got. I need to find like a brown highlighter. I feel like I just saw a brown highlighter though. Have you seen a brown highlighter?
It's not in that drawer?
No. Oh well, I'm gonna try to use a pen and like cover up where my phone, yeah, it works. It's working fine, so I don't need it. I'm gonna cover up where my phone number is, my name. Well, I'm not gonna cover my name, but I'm gonna cover my birth date. But I covered my last name. And then I'm also gonna cover up the place that I got it done, just because it's weirdos online that be trying to be in your business. They don't want to be in your business. So yeah, this ultrasound says I'm measuring 20 weeks and 2 days. You can see baby girl on here. And yeah, so we're just gonna cover up any personal information. Her head is smaller than everything else that's measuring, which is good. Because my husband swears that she has my head, as in him saying that her head is big.
No, the doctor said that she got a small head, so she got your head.
No.
That's what I said.
You were saying that the baby had a big head. And I have video proof of the last ultrasound he
I did
had.
say the baby got a big
And he
head.
said the baby has a big head. And then he said the baby had my head.
After the lady yesterday said what?
Which indicates that he was insinuating
That's
that my head is big. And now that he is on Instagram or on YouTube or whatever the case, he's trying to save his butt.
No.
And say that he didn't say that I have a big head. I know I have a big head. So to tell me I have a small head,
Okay,
you're a liar.
No. So check this, y'all. When she went to a doctor's visit, the doctor, I asked him, does baby have a big head? He was like, yeah. And I said, oh, all right, cool. At that point, I never really said who the baby head was like. Yesterday at the ultrasound, the lady was like, oh, the baby got a small head. It's measuring small. I said, oh, the baby got your head.
That's not what I said.
That is what I said.
It's not what I'm telling you guys. I have no.
Let's go back and rewind the video.
I'm not rewinding the video because I'm on this video right now.
Let's rewind it back.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. Even if the baby has a big head, I'm not even tripping because I got a big head and I do just fine. So it's not gonna be like it's like the end of the world if the baby has a big head. It's just.
But the baby got my nose.
That's just what it is. He swears the baby has his nose. I disagree. I think the baby has my button nose. He doesn't have a button nose. I'm not gonna say I have a button nose.
Right.
But I think the baby is gonna have my nose. And we'll just have to wait until she's here because right now the ultrasound, like she has cartilage on her nose, but it's not enough to be like, oh, that's so-and-so's nose because there's no fat. She has no fat buildup yet. So we're just going to have to wait and see who she comes out looking like. But yeah, she is half baked and we're going to get some photos in of everything. So we have half baked, her ultrasound, and then I'm probably just gonna continuously use like our wedding flowers as decor. And then I'm trying to think of what else I want to use. I'm probably gonna pull out a whisk, a bowl, or I could pull out my KitchenAid. But yeah, so I'm gonna figure out what I wanna do. I'm gonna get all set up and then I will see you guys once I'm all set up and ready to take pictures, okay? See y'all in a little bit. Okay guys, so here's the vision. So I have 3 eggs. I have some water with flour mixed in it. This is not real milk. We don't drink milk. And then I have the ultrasound, the half baked, and then I have my stepper stool up here, and I'm gonna sit up here. Let me get the tripod stand so I can see what it looks like. Okay, come around this way. Since he's sleeping. So we open the app so we can see what it looks like. So, oh, this is gonna be so freaking cute. Okay, so let me move this stuff off the counter just in case you want to wear it. Taking pictures of me.
Hello? Okay.
All right, let me figure out if there's a way for me to capture a photo on here. Okay, so on the camera, I want to see, get over here, I want to see what the angle looks like. Going on the actual camera now on my phone. And then I want you to like flip the camera, I want to see, baby, like take the picture. Baby, there you go. Okay. I want to be able, I don't want, can you see the stepper stool behind me? Okay, you can't see any outer stuff. I just want to be able to see like the half-baked words, the ultrasound, milk, and eggs. I might need to restart it with the thing. this is flour in here, so it's gonna set. Thank you. Whew. All right. Can I say crisscross applesauce? Ooh. How does it look? It's like, You can see the half-baked words. Get the. Let me see. So, oh, if you more center it, then you see the dishes. That would be fine. Okay, I like that one. Okay, yeah, I like the wide view. Okay. This is so uncomfortable. Okay. Okay, I wish I could do one with you in it. But like, let me get a close up. Maybe I could do a close up myself with you coming behind me. Let me see which ones I like first. Okay, those are fine. So come behind me. Please, por favor. And wrap your hands around my belly. I might need to do 0.5 this way and just hope that I'm flicking it. Hold on.
Lock the whole phone.
Lock the freaking phone. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, put your hands around my belly. Shout out to my handy dandy husband. And I think that's a wrap on set.